Hey everyone, Carl here, and in my next video, I would like to talk about how to approach carbohydrate eating in order to lose body fat fast and easy. Over the last couple of years, carbohydrates have definitely gotten a bad rap. People say, low carb diet, no carb diet, high carb diet, which one really truly loses body fat the fastest? So in today's video, what I would like to demonstrate is how easy it is if we just understand carbohydrates and all the different kinds that there are out there, and which ones we should be engaging in and incorporating into our diet in order to lose body fat consistently for the rest of our lives. Okay guys, here we go. So behind me I have my board that's going to demonstrate this nice and easy. Alright, if we take a look here behind me, I have basically created this board talking about the two different carbohydrates that are out there. We have the complex carbohydrates on the left side, and then we have the simple and low carb carbohydrates on this side. The reason that one is complex and simple is just simply because of the makeup of it. This here is all chained up by all different kind of carbohydrates. It takes longer to digest and absorb into your system, while simple carbohydrates have shorter bonds or single bond or no bonds at all, which makes it very easy to absorb and digest into your system. But the real understanding about this is carbohydrates are energy. If we don't consume carbohydrates for a long period of time, especially if we go a no carb diet, we will eventually feel weak, lethargic, tired, sluggish, loss of motivation, and eventually defeated. We will lose the willpower to continue into our fitness journey. So it's very important to understand what kind of carbohydrates we should be engaging in order to lose body fat quickly and easily. So I want to start here on this side of the board. So these are your complex carbohydrates. Your complex carbohydrates are considered to be the breads, the rices, the pastas, and potatoes. Now these are the white versions, the white bread, the white rice, white pasta, white potatoes. Now this seems to be the unhealthier type of complex carb because it lacks the necessary fiber. So one of the first baby steps in order to engage in healthier carbohydrate eating is immediately switch over to the brown complex carbohydrates, which still composes the fiber in them. So now switching the white bread to whole grain breads, switching the rices to brown rice, the pasta to whole wheat pasta or vegetable pasta. Then we have the white potatoes, switching them to sweet potatoes. If we take a look down here and on this side of the board, basically I demonstrate blood sugar levels on how each carbohydrate impacts your blood sugar. So if we take a look here, white carbohydrates, when you consume them, spikes your blood sugar very high because it lacks the fiber. So it drastically spikes and then it brings it right back down very low, and then it causes you to crash, and then insulin has to spike back up in order to bring your blood sugar levels back to normal. Rather, when you have the fiber intact with the complex carbohydrates, it slowly raises your blood sugar slowly over a longer period of time and slowly lowers them, and then it's much easier for the body to control that sugar over that long period of time. And it's literally because of the fiber. The fiber is the basic nutrient in there that will help control that sugar level. So this is why it's very important in the beginning. Switch white carbohydrates immediately to brown carbohydrates. That is step number one. Now if we come over here, I talk about simple and low carb vegetables. Now these are the carbohydrates that we should be engaging in all the time. It's literally because we engage too much in the complex carbohydrates and rarely in the fruits and vegetables, which is why over time, without the accompaniment of a intense exercise program, we'll eventually gain body fat. But if we consume more fruits and vegetables than consuming these complex carbohydrates and incorporate an intense exercise program, body fat will accelerate. Body fat loss will accelerate with ease. So looking up on this side, we have the fruits and the vegetables, and these are very simple examples I put here. Berries, apples, pears, and mangoes. And then vegetables. Vegetables can actually be split into two different kinds of vegetables. We have your green leafy vegetables, your lettuce, your kale, your spinach, spring mix. These are just examples. And then we have your cruciferous vegetables over here, your broccoli, your carrots, your bell peppers, and your asparagus. If we take a look here at the bottom half of the board, I show the blood sugar levels again. Fruits kind of have that high spiking sugar effect the same way that white complex carbohydrates, but they do have more nutrients. It's more nutrient dense and it has fiber in them, hence why it doesn't really drop the sugar levels too low. But it's very important to understand that you should always pair fruits with either a healthy fat and a protein. If you literally pair it with a healthy fat and a protein, it creates that brown complex carb sugar rising effect, and it slowly raises the sugar levels over a long period of time and slowly lowers it down, and it's much easier to control. So for example, if you have apples with 2 tablespoons of almond butter, or you have a bunch of berries that you blend with your protein supplement, always have fruits with something. Never have fruits alone. If you have fruits alone, this is what will happen. It will get that crashy, sleepy feeling. So always pair fruits with a healthy fat or a protein. Vegetables, hands down the healthiest, because if you take a look at your blood sugar levels, it barely rises and it barely falls. This makes it almost no need for insulin to control your blood sugar levels, because it has literally no effect. It has a minimal sugar rise and fall. It's packed with fiber. Everything that is here on the leafy side is all water based and water dense, so it's very low calorie and very low carb. And then the cruciferous vegetables are very low carbohydrate too, and they pack even more fiber. So in the end, what I'm trying to say is that vegetables, hands down, are the healthiest carbohydrates that we should be engaging in at all times, especially if we don't work out right now. Next would be fruits, because they are more nutrient dense, and then they have the fiber that can control your blood sugar levels. Just always make sure that you never have them alone. Third in line would definitely be the brown complex carbohydrates, which you should only be engaging in after workouts or on workout days. If you do not work out, you really shouldn't be engaging in much complex carbohydrates, because it's just too much energy coming in and not enough energy coming out. Individuals that don't work out should really strictly be on fruits and vegetables. And the unhealthiest of all would be the white complex carbohydrates. Try not to engage in white rice, white bread, white pasta, white potatoes, because not only does it lack the fiber and the nutrients to make it a healthy complex carb, but there is the uncontrolled sugar levels that it creates is just not healthy. It will create diabetes type 2. So there it is, everyone. Those are all the carbohydrates easily explained. If we just easily understand and just approach it this way, carbohydrates and understanding them is very easy. Focus on consuming more fruits and vegetables every day, and try to only have complex carbs on days that you work out, specifically after you work out only. Thanks guys for taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day.